Hi, I'm Kerry Watson, and this is The Outlaws, Scarlett and Browne by Jonathan Stroud. Now, Stroud is one of the best contemporary writers for young readers. It's sort of in the early teens to late teens age bracket. He writes fantasy, science fiction, and supernatural novels. This one is the first in a trilogy set in a post-apocalyptic Britain. Like so many novels for this age group, it's a post-apocalyptic world, presumably a devastating war of some kind. Our heroine, Scarlett Browne, is truly an outlaw. She steals and murders, well, let's say kills in self-defense. But she roams this post-apocalyptic Britain, eking out an existence and being quite proud of being an outlaw. Until she stumbles into Albert Browne, who has escaped from some kind of mysterious institution called Stonemoor, where he's been incarcerated apparently since he was a very small child. And he is terribly innocent, naive, and unsure of how to move about in the world. And Scarlett, after she rescues him from an overturned bus, wants nothing more than to get rid of him. But it seems he has some secret she's interested in. What follows is a quest to take Albert to a part of Britain called the, am I getting this right? The Fair Isles, where people like he, who has a special talent, the result, we guess, of genetic mutation as a result of the war, can live in peace. Because in this particular imagined Britain, people with deformities or in any way not normal are ruthlessly hunted down and killed. And killed usually by being staked out and left to be eaten by humanoid creatures called the tainted, zombies essentially, and a variety of other mutated animals such as blood otters and bears and various other horrors. Now, it's quite entertaining. As usual, Stroud, it's very well written, well imagined, and I certainly recommend it. Now, he previously wrote a series called Lockwood and Company about a quasi-post-apocalyptic Britain, sort of set in the 1980s, though it's never said, in which ghosts have become a plague. And it was brilliant. It was turned into a Netflix series that only lasted one season. It was so well imagined. The world building was superb. It was so detailed that he included a glossary, which you actually sort of needed. And it was clearly a labor of love. Now, as good as The Outlaws Scarlett and Browne is, it's not up to that level in terms of world building. Partly this might be because he's, let's just say, borrowed elements from other sources to craft his world. Primarily a novel from the 60s, or maybe in the 50s, The Chrysalids by John Wyndham, relatively famous British science fiction writer. There's a lot of The Chrysalids in this book, as well as a bit of Carrie and a touch of X-Men. And it just seems he hasn't gotten around to fleshing out this world with the same level of detail that he lavished on the Lockwood and Company series. But nevertheless, it's very good. And if post-apocalyptic tales are what moves you, what interests you, definitely check this one out. And so, at the end, my usual advertisement for my own novel, The Skeleton Palms. It's a dark, violent story set in California and Nevada about bad billionaires getting their comeuppance. So that's it. If you'd like to get a copy, if you're a book review vlogger or blogger, feel free to contact me. Until next time, bye.